Race 6 at Flemington Earlies, 1 Grand Jura, $8.
It's for the next event out at Cheltenham Park, and that's the scene out there. Lovely day. And 14 Ruby Sound, it's the favourite at 4.10. Euro Connection, number 5, a debutant from the event at Flemington. Here's Greg Miles.
1,000 the dash. Deprave getting a little toey. Stands better. They're racing. Deprave began well. Grand Esteem looked to be a bit slow. Ashkalita got away quickly, and so did Sausalito, Vitara, Markovet over on the outside. All coming towards the grandstand side out there with Bouvery's Jest, and Beguile is coming across from its barrier draw over on the far side. They're heading to the 600 metre mark now, and it's Beguile. Deprave found the outside rail. They're the 2 leaders. Just behind them is Barkata and Markovet. Vitara closer to the middle of the course, then came Magic Heaven and Ashkalita just inside it from Sausalito. Grand Esteem trying to work into the clear, and Bouvery's Jest. They're inside the 400. Deprave on the outside rail leads from Beguile and then Markovet. Barkata is in 4th placing, followed by Grand Esteem and Vitara at the 200, and Beguile throws out the threat to Deprave and took the lead at the clock tower now, and they'll fight the race out. It's now coming back Deprave. Beguile. Deprave comes again. He'd been clearly headed but finds the lead near the line, and Deprave beats Beguile. Great fighting win. 3 lengths. Bouvery's Jest getting up for 3rd. Just in front of Grand Esteem, Sausalito, Barkata, and then Markovet. A break Vitara. Long break Ashkalita and Magic.
Aided by hugging the outside rail there, Deprave, winner of the 5th event. Stephen Arnold and Russell Cameron combining 2:21.40. Beguile was 2nd, 7.60. And Grand Esteem was 3rd at $2.20. That's the scene out there at Cheltenham Park before the running of the next event on the program there, race number 3. And number 14, Ruby Sow, is the favourite at $4, ahead of 5, Euro Connection. Then we have number 7, Switch Vision, at $7.50. We're going to take a quick break. We'll return with Hilton Donaldson for the 3rd at Cheltenham Park. Hit to finish 3rd last time out at Moonee Valley, over 1,600 metres. Does like to race up on the pace, should hold a prominent position from gate number 5. And Gora, well, it's at $10. We'll get down to number 4, the favourite, which is Moon Dragon for Damien Oliver. The ratings were keen on Moon Dragon, this filly by Danehill. Lee Friedman, the trainer, and it's at $2.80. Winner of its past 2, it's had 3 runs back this preparation. Looked impressive, defeating Grand Jura last time out at Caulfield over 1,400 metres. And that was on a slow track, interesting to note. So with the rain around, will not inhibit Moon Dragon's chances at all. Does race up on the pace too. We have Ansami for Brett Preble. It's at $5.90. Nigel Blackiston, the trainer of this filly by Ash Galani, and it was the runner-up at Moonee Valley. Last time out behind Tin Tan Bell. Did settle well back off the pace on that occasion and hit the line solidly. Hepton Still, Darren Gauchi, John Hawkes combining with this filly by Octagonal. And she's at $5.30. It's only lightly raced. Had 2 starts for 2 wins, the Sydney Cider. Looked impressive when led last time out at Warwick Farm. Did defeat Lena for luck. Largo, well, it's at $10. Kieran McAvoy, number 8. Tom Hughes Jr., the trainer of this filly by Costa de Largo. It's had 1 run back from an 8-week let-up, resumed with a handy 2nd at Bendigo in a 3-year-old filly's maiden. The Big Chill, the winner, and really hit the line strongly after being well supported to start favourite. So that's the look at the field for race number 6 at Flemington. The listed Great Western over 1,400 metres. Would you have our...
Get Serious. Good run last start in that race at Warwick Farm, in which there was a lot of tightening over the last 150 metres. Shagamon coming forward now. And a Cryptique, who's tightened in on tab limited to $6.80. Luke Price aboard. He's done very well this season. I think he's still the leading apprentice in New South Wales. Anyway, they're off and running, and Tashpan came out very well today, but Majestic Design will lead on settling from Shagamon French Air, and then Get Serious Tashpan going around them, Cryptique followed by Noble Touch, and then God Help Me, Lena for Luck, and Lock is wide and last. They go to the first corner at the 1,000 marker, and Shagamon puts on the pace and leads now. Majestic Design drops in second, 2 away third French Air, followed by Get Serious, 1 Tashpan, and then a gap to Cryptique and Noble Touch. A couple of lengths to God Help Me and Lena for Luck, and Lock is still wide and bringing up the rear. They work their way down the side by the 700 marker, and Shagamon 1 length on Majestic Design. Get Serious third from French Air. Out off the track is Cryptique, and then Noble Touch, and Tashpan awkwardly positioned. 3 behind her, Lena for Luck, Lock and God Help Me. Into the straight they travel, approaching the 400 marker. Shagamon railing nicely, taken on by Majestic Design. 2 Noble Touch and Cryptique, wider Lock, and Tashpan's a minute away. Down to the 220. Majestic Design runs to Shagamon to nose it. Here's Lock coming right down the outside with Cryptique. Majestic Design, Shagamon, and Lock out under the arches is overpowering them. This is a horse. Lock raced away to win it. Lock from Majestic Design. Tashpan flew and looks as though it's got third from here. Wider out Cryptique, Shagamon on the rails. Lena for Luck next, then Noble Touch. Followed home by God Help Me. French Air's run second last, and Absolute was Get Serious. Gee, that was a run. He was never closer than 3 and 4 to the rails and back last until they came to the turn, and then of course down the home straight near enough to the outside fence. Well, he did win well at Wyong, but that stamped he today as a horse well above average. Number 2 Lock has paid $4 a win and $1.80 for the place. Number 6 Majestic Design will return a dividend of $4.60, and Tashpan has flashed through it as prominent for third. Got a long way back after jumping well, but finished on nicely and is in a photo for the minor end of the prize. Locked by Lake Coniston from Alley, trained by John Hawkes for the Woodland Stud Syndicate, and ridden by Rodney Quinn. And that's a winning double to John Hawkes, of course, and Rodney, with Bond taking out the second race of the day. 2, 6 and 8 are official. Lock, Rod Quinn first. 6 Majestic Design second. A colt by Maroof, trained by Ron Quinton, ridden by Mitch Newman.
Very good performance there by Lock. Does look a pretty handy type in the making, and bringing up an early double for Rod Quinn and John Hawkes out at round.
Brian, there we have it, folks. We'll confirm once the official word comes through that Carpstad Way will come out. Moon Dragon, the favourite for this 6th race at $2.90. Rotten luck for Chris Wood. They set this horse for the Melbourne Cup months ago. As was expected, it was a real contender, 4th last year. The Caulfield Cup was run on a wet track. That put pay to its prospects in that event. They were hopeful of a dry track today. The long-range weather forecast suggested they wouldn't get a great deal of rain. It was rock hard on Saturday. Things were looking good, and then lo and behold, today it's turned nasty, and unfortunately for connections of Carpstead Way, he will very shortly be announced as a late scratching due to the track conditions. Let's head to Flemington. This is race number 6, previous race of the day, taken out by the favourite Deprave at 2:30, 1:30, beat Big Isle at 6:30, 10 grand a steam. It returned a dividend of $2.
And is Dean joining us? Yes, Dean.
Yes, Brian. Fairly short quote, Moon Dragon,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's come in, but it handles the soft well. Be hard to. I thought Cosmic Strike, good odds. He had a hope. It does get through ground okay and might be a good chance at odds.
Okay, it's about $26, Cosmic Strike. Moon Dragon on $2.80, Hepton Stall. Nice racy type of filly, this one. Has pace. It's into 4:30. Now, Bay of Silk coming into line. Hepton Stall to come up and complete the line. Weather the best it's been in about the last 6 hours at least. Rain has cleared, and the crowd out on the lawns now, so it has cleared. The weatherman got it right. It's clear now. Race number 6, stalls are back and they're off and running. Recreate a little bit slow away near the inside and jumping out fast out wide here, Grand Jura. Hepton Stall away quickly, and in the middle is Cosmic Strike. A length and a half for the back. Taylor Dane Angora recreate the fence from Ansami. Further back in the race then came Night Chaser, followed by Largo. Moon Dragon back second last, third last Osprey Ridge, and last of all Bay of Silk. They went a bit quick up front, and Hepton Stall moving up on the outside here of Grand Jura. They clapped the pace right on. They're out about 2.5 lengths in front of Recreate third. A length length Cosmic Strike fourth, 2 lengths further back on the race, Taylor Dane fifth, a length and a half Ansami, and further back then came Angora. Osprey Ridge, Night Chaser, followed by Largo. Moon Dragon, we didn't think it'd be this far back, is back second to last to the turn. Oliver's got it under a reasonable hold at the moment, and last of all, Bay of Silk. Ansami wobbled around the home turn when they turned in, and the leader Grand Jura 2.5 to Hepton Stall, then Osprey Ridge, and further back then Cosmic Strike. Now Ollie's starting to weave through, and Moon Dragon, it's starting to pick up ground, picking its way through the field and coming home well. Then Ansami down the outside. Now it's getting through Moon Dragon. Ansami after it from Cosmic Strike. Moon Dragon with the split down on the inside, hit the front at the 150 metre mark from Ansami, and Night Chaser with a late run. Moon Dragon found a bit under Oliver, sprinted 2 lengths in front of Night Chaser closing, but Moon Dragon's too good. Ollie 10 out of 10. Moon Dragon a length and a half, Night Chaser a length away third, Ansami, then Largo Angora followed by Taylor Dane. Grand Jura further back from Bay of Silks, followed weakening in the straight by Cosmic Strike. Well back was Hepton Stall, and tailed off is Recreate.
Number 4, Moon Dragon, 3 even, 150. 10, Night Chaser, $11. 5, Ansami, 190.
Number 4, Moon Dragon. Obviously the plan for Oliver. The horse raced on the speed outside the lead at Caulfield. He settled the filly back. She was under a hold on the turn, still third last. And this jockey, who's being acclaimed as one of the greats of the world, I think if you saw that exhibition there, the way he just weaved his way through, picked his way through the field, reached the lead, and a magnificent ride here by 1D Oliver. And I'd say that the trainer would mark that 10 out of 10, 4, 10 and 5, the numbers. Dean Lester.
Thanks very much, Brian. I am joined by the trainer of Moon Dragon, Lee Freedman. And Lee, that was a pretty impressive win.
Oh, my heart was in my mouth a bit, Dean, when she missed the start, because as you know, the other day she raced outside the leader and was very impressive. But thank God we got Ollie on, and he just waited and got a run through the field.
She's really developed. She won a race, at Bendigo a few weeks ago, now a stakes winner. Does she go on further? Does Sandown Guineas maybe an option?
I think we might run her in that to give her a little goal for the season. I think next season she'll be a lovely filly for something like the Australasian Oaks or something like that.
Oh, double Derby Day, double Cup Day, and you haven't got a runner in the Cup? You got a thought on the Cup?
I'll be having a beer when it's run, that's for sure. Maybe Sky Heights on the ground.
All right, thanks for your time, Lee.
Thanks, Dean.
All right, leave the boys there. Toad Dividends, 4 Moon Dragon at $3 the win, 150 for the place. 10 Night Chaser, $11. 5 Ansami, 190. Quinella, 88.90. Exacta, 119.70. The 4-10-5 trifecta, $807.30. $807.30. The extra double, you needed 1 and 4 in the double. It's paid $6 neat. 6 even was the extra double. Special div 230. Fourth number to come for the first 4, as well as the dividend, margins, times and weight to follow.
On 2KY Racing Radio, Tab Dividends are brought to you by Aristocrat Pokies, the games people play for fun.
This Friday. Events from Flemington, here's Greg Miles.
Western 1400. They're off. Recreate missed the start about a length on the inside. Away very quickly is Grand Jura looking for the lead, and Hepton Stall is out very quickly going with him, and Cosmic Striker settling down between them. 2 lengths away in the field. Recreate making a quick recovery along the inside to fourth, being followed then by, over on the outside, Taylor Dane, a length and a half, Angora and Sami. They're followed then by Night Chaser, Osprey Ridge and Largo together. Moon Dragon is back second last today, and Bay of Silk is last of all, but they're going pretty quickly and down towards the 800 metre mark, about to come for home. And the leader is Hepton Stall on the outside of Grand Jura. Grand Jura about 3/4 Hepton Stall. Right behind them, Recreate, Cosmic Strikers fourth. 2 lengths away in the field, Taylor Dane and Ansami, and they're followed by Osprey Ridge, ridden along on the inside, followed by Angora. Oh, Ansami swung very wide coming around the home turn, and they're all getting away from the rails. Moon Dragon still second or third last, and Bay of Silk has pulled out wide. In the straight, Grand Jura has shook off Hepton Stall. Cosmic Strikes running on with Osprey Ridge. Grand Jura coming back quickly now. Here's Ansami with a run down the outside. Cosmic Strike hit the lead. Moon Dragon's got through. Oliver's got through on Moon Dragon and hit the front at the 200 metre mark, and she raced about 2 to Ansami. Night Chaser on the outside finishing well. Moon Dragon's away though. She's 4 in front. Night Chaser making ground, but Moon Dragon 2 lengths on the line to Night Chaser. Ansami third. Then came Angora, Largo, followed by Taylor Dane. The weakening Grand Jura was next, followed in by Bay of Silk and Cosmic Strike. Osprey Ridge, Hepton Stall not handling the going second last, and Recreate is a long last.
Lee Friedman, Damien Oliver combining there with Moon Dragon. In the Great Western out at Flemington, 3 even 130. Night Chaser 10.30 was second, and Ann Sami third at 190. We're getting important news through from the track at Flemington. Apparently the connections of Carpstead Way have requested to the stewards that their runner actually be scratched in today's Melbourne Cup. But the stewards are saying that the horse at this stage has to take part in the field. Of course, Carpstead Way is known as a duffer on the rain-affected going, and that track is deteriorating all the time. Just having a look down the line, I can't see any rain actually at the moment from Flemington, but slightly overcast conditions there. And less than an hour away, we'll be off to Greg Miles for the replay of the time-honoured Melbourne Cup. We go down to Rembrandt at $6, Coveted and Our Lady Margaret both at the $11 quote. Then we go over to Simi Sue for Robbie Brewer. It's at $18. Let's check the officials on the Great Western at Flemington. Moon Dragon, $3 130. Night Chaser second. And Ann Sami was third. Quinella 79. Exacta $108.10. And the trifecta, it paid $787. We're still awaiting Carpstead Way to be taken out to Melbourne Cup betting market as we go back to Ian Craig.
And after the third, Shogun Lodge looking very, very good. And he's had a few little hiccups, of course, in recent weeks, but he seems to have thrown them off looking at his work here this afternoon. And he's on target now for another trip to Hong Kong in December. Previous here going to Lock, most impressive. 3 winners today. Lock, along with Bond and Gallant Pride, have all come from the tail of the field on the home corner. Now only the one to move in here, Alsmora, and Karam popular pick, Glenn Collis in the saddle. Glenn couldn't make 53 in race number 5 and is replaced on 6 Saib Natic by Grant Buckley. Now we're all set, ready to run. This is the 4th of the day at Randwick before a very big crowd. They're off. Our Lady Margaret from the inside, John Quickly. Prince Regal looking for the lead. So too Stringy Bark and settling Prince Regal. Just the leader now from Stringy Bark with Jamuse in third spot. Hot Music galloping into 4th. Posse followed by Alsmora wider out. And then the favourite Karam from Simi Sue Rembrandt. Our Lady Margaret is drifting back in the field and Absolute is coveted. They work their way round the first corner and Prince Regal is a clear-cut leader from Jamuse. Third is Stringy Bark. Hot Music 4th. Wider and 5th is Alsmora followed by Karam racing midfield inside Simi Sue. A couple to Coveted around Rembrandt and 2.5 to Our Lady Margaret. This is the pattern coming along the side of the track. They've got the 600 marker in their sights and Prince Regal shows the way from Jamuse and 2.5 to Hot Music. Stringy Bark over on the fence from Alsmora. Simi Sue Coveted. Karam is back third last. The 2 behind the favourite Rembrandt and Our Lady Margaret. They straighten up for the run of the judge and first around the corner Prince Regal. A couple of lengths Hot Music and Stringy Bark. About 3 to Coveted, followed by Karam, who's made ground under the whip nearer to the inside. Prince Regal is still in front of the cheers of the crowd. At the 200, Prince Regal, a length and a half Stringy Bark, followed by Hot Music. Forget Karam, but they're having their work cut out getting to Prince Regal. On the outside, battling on pretty well, is Hot Music. Coveted getting home late. Stringy Bark holding on nicely, but it's all Prince Regal. Prince Regal from Coveted, Photo third. Hot Music and Stringy Bark, followed by Simi Sue with Rembrandt. Our Lady Margaret. Karam didn't go on with it, and a long margin to the last pair, Jamuse and Alsmora. Stand by for placings. Number 7, Prince Regal. Well, I have been probably in the minority, but I've been a defender in the main of this inside track, purely and simply saying that it is reasonably uniform. Now, I'm sure I have now able to ram home my point. Prince Regal has led all the way pretty well. The first 3 winners have come from back in the field. So if there's nothing more uniform than that, I'll stand on my head in the front of the Randwick winning post. I'd need to be held by my feet because I was never good at balancing, but this track is uniform. This track is very, very uniform, will only get better and is an absolute down track. Going to be a bonanza for the Australian Jockey Club once their course proper's back in action and the backup of the inside grass. Okie dokie. Here are the no, we have no numbers up on the semaphore board. They're probably calling on a look at the photo for third. The winner, Prince Regal, number 7, $15 upwards and $3.60. Coveted number 5 has got home well for second. It'll pay $2.70. And the finish links is coming up on the big screen for third, but the third noses aren't on the line, so we wait and see what the judge is going to do. Number 10 is put up for third, and that is Hot Music, written by Grant Buckley, and number 1 officially fourth, Stringy Bark, Mitch Newman. So 7, 5, 10 and 1 are the officials. Prince Regal by De Heer from Regal Sea, trained by Sterling Smith for B. Kelly and the Sedge and Ho Stud Syndicate, and 5-year-old Bay Gelding having start 7, win 3 and scored officially by a length and a quarter, a half a neck between second and third.
7, 5, 10. Yes, as Sterling Smith prepared. Prince Regal, winner of the fourth event.
Sees yet again the Godolphin team are here. They're here with 2 horses this year, Give the Slip and Marion Bard. Persian Punch is here. He was here in 98 when he ran so well. He's one of the grand old men of staying races from around the world, particularly from the UK. He's 9 years of age by Southern Hemisphere.
6.35 at Ascot.
We've got from Germany for the first time a runner in the Melbourne Cup, and that's Caetano. But the local money says that Sky Heights can keep the cup here in Victoria. Wayne Wilson is down from 4TAB in Queensland. Great to have Wayne with us as part of our broadcast. Wayne, we would like to put on some Queensland weather, but it's just not to be today.
No, Brian, it is not, is it? It's a murky day here in Melbourne as we prepare for the Melbourne Cup. And I was just thinking, as you were making your opening remarks there, the highs and lows of this great race. With those people who are involved with Universal Prince and Kapstad Way, sure, the money is a consideration, but I think an even greater consideration is having the opportunity to compete in a race like this. We are truly privileged to be able to be here at Flemington for the Melbourne Cup, and those people who have got horses in the Melbourne Cup, I can't imagine how they feel right now. You get a little pumped up at this time of the year, every year, and as they move into the enclosure now, you just feel the little tingles starting to rush, and the crowd are building. This is a marvellous moment, isn't it?
It certainly is. It's one of the great moments for sport, not just horse racing, but for sport in our country. And it really does transmit what Australians are about, the Australian way, when this is beamed to countries right around the world, to millions of people. And it never ceases to amaze me the sort of momentum the Spring Carnival has developed, and particularly this Melbourne Cup week over the last 2 decades.
That's right, that's right. As I've mentioned before, Brian, the money is there. There's $4 million there, and that is an attraction. But there's more to it than just the money. Look at those horses walking around in the enclosure down there. They're primed. This is it. This is their moment of glory. Everyone is expecting that their horse can go out and win the Melbourne Cup. Well, there's only going to be one comeback.
There's only one, and it might be Sky Heights, just beaten by Ethereal in the Caulfield Cup, and punters to a man in the last 3 or 4 days have stuck with Sky Heights. And of course his chances are bolstered by the fact that the track has come up soft.
Yes, exactly. That'll just take the jar out of it for him. He can just jar up a little bit on hard going. And the important thing with Sky Heights, this has always been the mission. Sure, he was going to run in the Caulfield Cup. If they could win the Caulfield Cup, it was going to be a bonus. But this is the one that they've looked forward to for so long, and he's come through a beautiful preparation for it. Colin Alderson has done a marvellous job. It's been a long searching preparation that started in Queensland back in about June. So I think he's cherry ripe for it, Brian. It's just a matter of whether Damien can negotiate the right path for him. And you saw Damien in the previous race, what he did there. So
outstanding.
I'm sure he's going to find the right track for Sky Heights. He's my pick. I'm sticking with him.
He's going to be very hard to beat. There's the market in front of us, and we see that Sky Heights is the pronounced favourite and tightens up again on track. Number 2, the second pick in the market. We've got to go out to pretty good odds about Ethereal, who just beat Sky Heights in the Caulfield Cup. Co's second pick is Rain Gauge, an emerging star by an Oakley Plate winner in Ken Vane, but has really made the cut here this afternoon to be equal second pick with Ethereal behind the Sky Heights. Persian Punch is quite solid. Marion Bard has got out a little, but I notice there's a good bit of support for the old fellow. Yippee-I-O, second in the race last year, comes in 4 points. Big Pat is very solid. Be a marvellous local win if he can win. May the Horse be with you. Pacifiers came on Saturday on the horse. He raced truly. He's right on the market there with Spirit of Westbury. And then we go down to Rum. Now, look at this fellow, Rum. He's the biggest horse in the race, yet to be first past the post, and yet he's tightened in about 3 or 4 points.
Yes, Rum is finding plenty of supports, and as you pointed out, Yippee-Io is as well. I'll tell you what, downstairs there's a slow for Ethereal because of the track conditions. But she was a winner of the Caulfield Cup on a slow track.
Yes.
Do you think these conditions today are different to what she experienced at Caulfield?
Well, the track, the day at Caulfield, the track was sort of improving, and we didn't have the deteriorating track. It didn't go that way as it is today, and they might be right, but she's been trained away up at Macedon Lodge. She's been away from the action like Sky Heights. The Cox Plate has come and gone. Saturday's Derby Day has come and gone. And these two are back in their box, waiting to stoush again in this great race.
Right. Persian Punch, let me ask you one question. With the conditions that we've got now, is it going to be the hustle and bustle down the straight the first time, or will it be a more leisurely pace to the post the first time, allowing him an opportunity to get up and get near the lead?
I think regardless of conditions, it is a bustle to get in and get some sort of spot.
Okay.
And I think if it does turn into a grind, he comes right into it. And the general feeling is Marion Bard is the same. On this sort of soft ground, he now gets the nod ahead of Give the Slip. So from what we can glean because of the conditions, Marion Bard and Persian Punch may be the two from overseas.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep a close eye on Sky Heights, but I'm expecting a mid-race move from Persian Punch to get up there, get into a position, and then outgrind them in the run to the line.
Okay, Wayne, thank you. We're going back to the studios now. We'll take this break. Runners are parading in the yard. Jockeys up shortly for the 2001 Tooheys New Melbourne Cup.
Totes at Ascot on race 2 with correct weight posted, 635. Winner 6 Cruise at 460, 240, 3 Cation 210, 5 Kames Hope at $3.80, Quinella 19.20, Exacta $30.80, the 6, 3 and 5 Ascot trifecta $363.10, $363.10 was the trifecta on race number 2 at Ascot, and weight is right. Their next doesn't go now until 20 past 4. They have an hour and a half off. We'll take a break. It's 1:03.
Ladies, grab your guys. Don those dresses and strike a pose for Safilo Eyewear Ladies' Day at Hawkesbury Races this Thursday. Entry for the ladies is free. There's a goldmine of prizes for both the girls and the guys in the Safilo Fashions in the Field competition. And a Javena gift for the first 500 ladies through the gate. Oh, and with over $140,000 in prize money, the action on track will be just as hot. Hawkesbury Racing this Thursday. Gates open 10:30.
Okay, now we cross live to the ex-president of the United States.
I deny having dinner with that woman.
Can you say where you were then, sir?
Well, yes, I can. I was at the Blue Cattle Dog Tavern. I was down under with Crowy all night. We were eating, drinking, singing. Well, heck, I even had a cigar in his Oval Office.
It's not true. It's not true. He wasn't with Crowy.
Now, settle down. Cattle Dog is a respectable family establishment, and I deny doing anything before I got there. Oh, nice doggy.
Welcome back to the 2KY National Racing Service coverage of Melbourne Cup Day 2001. The market call we will give you in a moment. In a moment, we'll also link up with Alf Matthews for the last word from the yard. Runners are now mounting up. Jocks are mounting up. And the Melbourne Cup is only 9.5 minutes away. If you have just linked up with us, Carpstad Way was withdrawn at 20 minutes past 2 due to the downgrading of the track and, of course, the earlier scratching this morning. Universal Prince, 22 runners to face the starter. And Sky Heights at the moment is the favourite for the race. You heard in that pre-race preamble there by Wayne Wilson and Brian Martin that Sky Heights has been well supported. Also support for Yippee-Io. Rum has some supporters, and some of the overseas horses, including Persian Punch and Marion Bard, with some support. As far as the tab figures go, at the moment, Rain Gauge and Ethereal are the second and third picks behind Sky Heights. We'll take this 60-second break and then back with the official market call for race 7 at Flemington.
Make your vote count. Vote One Nation, and put the major party you like least last. We don't need any more government sell-offs. We need Telstra. We need a second airline. We need a balanced immigration program. We need a People's Bank. We need a super fund guarantee. We need better aged care. We need a better health program. Vote One Nation. Your best protection against